December 2nd, 2014. Roderick Young here, fixing our shower. On the other side of the wall, well, here's the shower, and there's actually a walk-in closet on the other side of the wall. And on the other side, the floor was wet. The carpet was wet. You know, we didn't know where it was coming from. Was it the rain? I checked the attic, checked the roof. Didn't look like, looked like pretty new roof to me. Nothing wet there. So we concluded that it was the shower. And maybe, I don't know, is the shower leaking from, is something along the edge? Is it cracked somewhere? But the tile actually looks pretty good. And actually, so here's what I did. So I actually, through great effort with a 2-pound sledgehammer and a railroad spike, I pounded through this tile, took some of it off, and was able to access the valves behind here. So here's actually the shower valve. I guess hot comes in one side and cold comes in the other. And up here, here's the outlet. That's where the shower stuff comes through. And I've bypassed normally we'd have a shower head, different thing here. But I've taken this shower massager because I want to run the shower without getting anything down the drain, which I've taped up in order to take the tiles off. Anyway, so I've stuck this shower massager in a bucket to catch the water. And I had hoped that it wouldn't be here, because if it was here, then I would have to do some soldering. I guess not that bad. Harder to get to. Best I could hope for was it was up here. Now behind here, behind this wall, it was all wet. It was just, the insulation was wet, the wall was wet. Didn't see any mold, but pretty much this wall is going to have to go anyway. Because this, this got all soft and, well, that's, but for now, I could fix it. I can at least maybe fix the plumbing. If that turns out to be the leak and not actually a shower leak, I could like put a sheet of acrylic over this hole for a while. If I was single, I think I could live like that for 10 years. But and we do have another shower, but it would be functional if I did that. Acrylic and duct tape. Yeah, I know Marianne probably wouldn't go for that. So anyway, and what I noticed when I turn on this, when I turn on the water here, oh, look at that. There's a stream of fine spray of water coming out from the top of that pipe, spraying all over, and yeah, that's probably it. Oh, I didn't look down here. Well, I gotta fix that top one anyway first, and then maybe next time I can look down here. But yeah, definitely that top thing. And it looks like I can just unscrew that this chrome plated thing and then put another one in with Teflon tape. It might be as simple as doing that. So I've removed this shower, I don't know what, nozzle, extender, shower neck thing. And the pipe actually looks fine. I don't see really any corrosion. It's still bright and shiny. The threads look fine. It could just be that I noticed there was no tape on this. So maybe, the original plumber's putty or whatever they put on this wore out. It would be a shame wrecking a whole shower and wall just because somebody didn't put a good amount of putty on there, or thread sealant. Let me check the other end, the female end too, just to be sure. Okay, so here's the female end. Don't see any trouble there. No, it looks like it's a nice brass or bronze fitting and looks fine. Maybe I'll just put some tape on the threads and see if it holds. Alright, so now I got it taped up, and looks like it's not squirting water anymore. In fact, I don't see any droplets coming out or fine spray. Seems to be okay. Let me put the camera up here because I can't see up there. I'll check the tape later. Looks okay there. How about down here? Is this valve? Let me see. Don't see any leaking here. Oh, but my catch bucket is going to fill up. Wait. I gotta turn this off. Oh, all right. I'm preparing to put a sheet of plastic over this temporarily. So I've patched. I actually tore off too much tile over here. I plan to put the plastic sheet kind of along this area, but I put I don't know what it is. This is something that's used for casting garden stones. It's a very fine grained cement. I think it might be called vinyl patch, but it's anyway, only has to last a few months. I don't want to tear out the shower in the winter because this is an external wall, and then it will be cold, or it could be cold if I don't get done fast. So I'm going to wait till the summer when it's hot and we don't care, and then I can take my time replacing the shower. Well, so here is my Cowboy fix to the shower until we can get a more permanent fix. What I've done is I put an acrylic sheet. Hard to see it, but there's actually an acrylic sheet over the affected area. And I just salvaged this sheet from a really cheap poster. It was cheaper to actually just get like a dollar store poster and salvage the acrylic from it than go to the hardware store and actually get a piece of plexiglass. So what I did was I drilled holes in it, like over here, drilled a hole, then I used one of those rotary sanders, like a little drum that's on a Dremel tool, to enlarge the hole to the size I need. And I also use that same thing to very quickly cut out a oval shape for this handle part. So I've duct taped the piece of acrylic in. Hopefully it'll be kind of waterproof. And I didn't trust the foam washer behind here, foam gasket, so I put some extra duct tape over here. Doesn't look really pretty, but it probably will be waterproof, except for this thing up here. Look at this. See this hole? I don't trust that to be watertight, even though there's a flange that goes over it. So what I've done is I got an ordinary piece of craft foam. This is not really gasket material. It's a piece of, like for art. Very cheap. And I've cut it so it will snugly fit over that pipe and behind the decorative flange. And what I'm going to do is I have shoe glue on the back. The universal waterproof glue, which 1001 uses. So anyway, I'll slip this over that pipe now. Alright, so I've glued it down. It's sort of like a OATEY, OATEY flashing that they use on roofs, I guess. Sort of a flexible thing, not as good, but it's again, this is a temporary solution.